Okay, hi Grandma, how are you?
I'm doing real good.
Doing good. Okay, that's good. So I'm interviewing you in a series of interviews. We're gonna try to take some time here over the next however many visits I can get with you and just talk about your life so
Okay.
that I can share it with the family and they can preserve that for
Okay.
them. So, like I said to you, I want to start at the beginning and find out more about your family and life before you were born. So, some things I don't know about you. Um, I think I was born when your father was still living, but I'm
Yeah.
not sure that your mother was still living when I was born. What were your what were your mother and father's names?
My mother's maiden name was uh, Ethel and Rudy.
So your mother's name was Ethel as well.
Yes, yeah, 'cause I was named after her.
So her middle name was May as well,
Yeah,
spelled just like you, Mae.
yeah,
Oh, that's good, cool. So she was a Rudy.
yeah.
Where was her family from?
Um, far as I know, I thought it was in York.
Oh, so they were from York.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Now, what was your father's name?
Uh, Oscar Charles Clayton Balker. he had a long name.
Okay, so your Clayton was one of his middle names.
Yeah.
Where was his family from?
Huh?
Where was his family from?
Oh, they're from Maryland.
Oh, from Maryland. Okay.
Yeah, same as me.
So, Grandma, your mother's family. What was? Do you remember your mother's father and mother's name? Your grandparents on your mother's side. Do you remember their names?
I think. On my mother's side, hers was uh, what was it? Uh, Amanda. My grandmother's name was Amanda.
Oh, that's a nice name.
Yeah, yeah.
And she was. Do you remember her maiden name?
Rudy.
No, before she was married.
Oh, before she was married.
You probably don't know. That's a hard one.
Wait, Amanda. I think Street.
Street.
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then, do you remember your grandpa's name on your mom's side?
Howard Rudy.
Howard Rudy. Okay.
Yeah.
So the Rudys were from here in York.
Yeah.
As far as you remember.
Yeah.
Now, with your father, do you remember your father's parents' names?
Okay. My father's my grandmother. Ellie Kesselring.
Ellie Kesselring.
Yeah.
Okay. And do you remember Grandpa's name?
What was it? Wilson Volker.
Wilson Walker. Okay.
I never met him though. They said he died before I was born.
Okay. Was he your only grandpa or grandparent you didn't meet? Did you meet your other three grandparents?
Yeah, that was on my dad's side.
Right.
And my mother's side, I never met my grandma Amanda Rudy. I never met her.
Because she had passed before you were born?
Yeah. Yeah.
But you met your Howard and Ellie?
Yes.
Okay.
Because he used to live with us on Manchester Street.
Your grandpa on your mother's side used to live with you on
Yeah.
Manchester Street
Yeah.
here in York.
Yeah. And my mom used to get so upset with him because he would buy peanuts and he'd take the peanut shells and throw them wherever he wanted to throw them at. Yeah, either in the dresser drawer or on the floor.
Oh, Oh.
Yeah, and my dad said, I think, Rudy, I think you're going to have to move out here because Ethel isn't in shape to keep on cleaning up after you with the peanut shells. Yeah.
That's a great
They went
story.
everywhere. Yeah. On the top and in the dresser drawer. Yeah, on the floor.
And what did your father think of that?
Huh?
What did your father think of that?
Oh, he told me he thinks he has to find a place to go.
Right, so they were
said
both ready for him to get out.
Yep, he couldn't keep him there no longer. He said no. He said that's what he said. She's no shape to walk after you, clean up peanut shells. Yeah.
So
So
your
he
parents
left
were
him.
your parents were married when you were born. What year were you born?
I was born in 1930,
1930. And what
September 12th.
September 12th, 1930.
Yeah.
That makes you 90 this year. Or 90, you'll be 91 this year.
Yeah.
You're currently 90.
Yeah, I was already 90 on this year. Like I told everybody though, Jimmy, I don't feel 90. I feel more like I'm in my 70s.
Well, that's beautiful. We're happy to hear that for sure.
Yeah.
Now, on Manchester Street, your house was in the block between
Philadelphia.
Pennsylvania. Oh, on the Philadelphia Street
Yeah.
side of Manchester Street. Okay, near Company Street.
And I still remember the address,
What's that?
134 Manchester Street.
Wow, you remember the address you grew up at. That's amazing.
Yeah.
All right.
You would never think I remember that, but I sure did.
Now, your father, Oscar, what was his profession? What did he do?
He worked for Mars's Lumber Company.
What was it called?
Mars's Lumber Company out of West King Street.
Myers Lumber on West King.
Yeah.
Okay. Out right near Highland.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Did your mother work?
No, she never. She was a housewife.
Were you born at York Hospital, Grandma?
No, I was born in Frederick, Maryland.
You were born in Frederick. So
Yeah.
so your family met, or your mom and dad met in Frederick?
Yes.
Did they tell you any stories about how they met?
Well, not too much. Well, my dad's aunt Connie. She lived really on Gay Street in York, and I think that's probably where they met.
Yeah. So Aunt Connie was from York.
Yeah, she was from Gay Street on York. You probably heard of Gay Street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Near.
It's not too far from where the railroad tracks are.
Right. So out near where I grew up. Okay.
I think down at the corner was a cigar store by the name of the owner was Art.
Yeah, Art. He
Never
had that for a long time.
Yeah, I don't know if he still has it or not yet.
So you were born at Frederick Hospital.
Yeah, Montague.
What's it called?
Montague Hospital,
Montague.
Frederick, Maryland. Yeah, I was just wondering, Jimmy, how Clara took care of my birth certificate, but she passed on. Now I don't know where it would ever be. Now, how would I ever? That's what I was wanting to ask you.
No, well, you can just order that from Maryland. We'll just have to. I'll get you the application.
Okay.
That way.
Because I forget who it was anymore asked me about my birth certificate, and I said I no longer have it.
All right. Well, we'll make sure you get that.
Okay.
So, how long did your family live with you in Frederick?
I guess I was about 5 years old.
You were about 5? Okay.
Yeah.
What did your father do when he lived in Frederick? What was his job? Do you remember?
I really don't know, Jimmy.
Okay, no problem. Now, did your mom was a housewife? Did she have any activities that she liked to do? Any hobbies?
Well, first, I think they said the first time she did work. I think I forget what the name of the place was. That she. Campbell. Campbell. Oh my gracious! Can't remember what it is anymore. But I know it was Campbell, but that don't help you.
Well, that's okay. Was it a place of work? You said.
Yes.
Oh, okay. But did she do anything for fun? Did Mom have any hobbies or
No.
anything she liked to do?
No.
No, okay. Now,
Never.
Grandma, were you an only child?
Yeah.
Were you an only child?
I'm the only child, yeah. They said it though, she had a stillborn, but nobody ever found out what it was.
Okay. Was that before or after you were born?
I guess that was before I was born.
Okay.
Yeah. Because they only had me. My dad wanted a boy. But, and I said, I guess he still loves me though.
Oh, absolutely, I'm sure. He lived a good long life.
Yeah.
Um,
He passed away when he was 75.
Okay.
Yeah. And she was 72.
Yeah, I have at least one picture somewhere I've seen of me with him. So.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Oh.
I've seen a picture of your mother, but I don't know that she was alive when I was born or not.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember, but I'm sure she was alive when Becky, Samuel, or Dana were born.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
I'm just not sure if they
Yeah.
made it.
Oh, yeah, she was in Pleasant Acres.
Oh, yes, I believe you said.
Yeah, she was only 39 years old when she went to Pleasant Acres.
Why was that?
She had asthma. The doctor, Harold said it. He thinks it'd be best for it to go to Pleasant Acres because he said, I'd like for you to sign your name on a paper to put her down to Pleasant Acres because he said if she doesn't go down there, he said, I don't think you're going to have your mother very long because she needs medical attention around the clock and you can't give it to her because you've got 4 children.
So she was at Pleasant Acre for 33 years?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. No, she was. She'd have been down there 30 years, but she was down 29 years because of she had colon cancer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So with your parents, were they only children, or did they have brothers and sisters? In other words, how many aunts and uncles do you have from each side?
Well, let me see. On my mom's side, she had 2 brothers and a sister.
Do you remember any of their names?
Hers was Caroline, the one, and then it was Uncle Harry and Uncle Victor. And Uncle Harry. Did you ever hear of malaria?
Yeah.
Well, he passed away with malaria.
With malaria here in the United States.
No, he was in the military.
Oh, okay. Well, do you remember what branch of the military?
As far as I know, it was the Army.
And where was he stationed that he got malaria?
I really don't know that.
Okay, that's okay. Now, on your dad's side, did he have any siblings?
Yeah, but well, let me see. Yeah, it would have been Berta Ziegler.
Berta Ziegler.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Violet Jones.
Violet Jones.
What? Helen? Wait. Let me see. Helen. And Helen, I can't remember what the. Helen.
He had another sister named Helen, you said?
I can't remember what her last name was.
Oh, that's okay.
Oh my.
So he had 3 sisters?
Yeah.
He didn't have any brothers?
Oh yeah, he had one, 2 brothers.
Do you remember their names?
Well, it would have been 3. It would have been my dad,
Right.
Oscar Charles Clayton Balker, and then it was Waller Balker.
I'm sorry, what was it? Walter?
Walter, yeah.
Okay.
Then it was Uncle Chester Bulker.
Okay.
They lived in Jefferson Avenue.
So Berta, Violet, Helen, Walter, and Chester.
Yeah.
So did you meet any of these aunts and uncles?
Me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Other than Harry, they were all alive when
Yeah.
you were born?
Yeah.
Okay, so you have a lot of cousins then.
Yeah.
Okay. Who were some of your cousins?
Well, two of them passed on. Clara passed away.
And who was Clara from?
That's on my dad's side.
Okay. Do you remember which aunt or uncle that was from?
Yes.
Who was Clara's parent?
Clara.
Who was Clara's parent?
Oh,
Berta, Violet, Helen, Walter, or Chester?
yeah. And Clara was on my dad's side.
Right. Was she the son or daughter of Berta, Violet, Helen,
Yeah.
Walter, or Chester?
Yeah.
Which one?
Um, oh, Aunt Mary.
Oh, there's a Mary in
Yeah.
there too.
Yeah.
Oh, so Dad had 4 sisters.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but got Aunt Mary. Can't forget her.
Clara.
She passed away because she had Alzheimer's.
Oh,
bad.
okay.
Yeah, I used to stay with her more than I was with my mom because my mom was more sick than she was well. So I stayed with Aunt Mary.
Do you remember Mary's last name?
Who?
Mary's last name.
Oh, Piper.
Pfeiffer.
Yeah.
Okay. So who's the other cousin that died?
Clara died, and Ruthie died.
Who was Ruthie's parent?
That's Clara's sister.
Oh, okay. So Mary had Clara and Ruthie.
No, she had two daughters and a son.
Oh, do you remember the son's name?
Robert Jr. Piper.
Okay. Now, who are your cousins that are living? Do you remember any of them?
Well, no. What? I don't think I have any cousins living because I think they said Darlene died not too long ago.
And Darlene was one of your cousins.
Yeah.
Do you remember which side of the family she was on?
My dad's.
Oh, okay. Whose
my
child
dad's
was Darlene?
Huh?
Whose child was Darlene?
Darlene was on my dad's side.
Right. Was she the child of Berta, Violet, Helen, Walter, or Chester?
No, Chester.
So Darlene's dad was Chester.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm assuming you were closest to Clara, Ruthie, and Robert.
Yeah.
Those were the cousins you were closest to?
Yeah. Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. What kind of stuff did you guys like to do as a kid?
Before I got the macro stuff, I used to live in Broadway.
You like to do what?
Embroidery.
Embroidery. Oh, really? Great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, embroidered pillowcase.
And you did that with your cousins?
No, I did that with my mom and dad.
Okay. What kind of stuff did you do with your cousins?
Not
Do you remember playing any different types of games when you were a kid?
yeah, and reading books.
Okay. So you were a pretty good reader. Huh?
Yeah, and a pretty good speller. The only thing I couldn't catch on to was math.
Okay. Math was hard. Okay.
That was pretty hard for me.
What school did you go to?
My first school was Jackson. If you ever did hear of Jackson.
Jackson Elementary here in York?
Yeah. We lived in Springdale Avenue at that time.
You had to live somewhere other than Manchester Street. Okay, so
Yeah.
So Jackson Elementary when you lived on
That was my
Springdale.
first school, Jackson. Yeah, I had to repeat the first grade 2 years because I couldn't catch on for math, for arithmetic.
Yeah?
So they put me. They kept me back another year in first grade.
So then, what middle school did you go to? Do you go to middle school?
No. Well, the next one was Stevens
Stevens
on
School.
Philadelphia Street, West Philly. Stevens School.
Okay.
Now I think it's for.
I think it's apartments, isn't it?
It's not no school no more. I think they have there for parents, for children to put their parents there for daycare.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. So what was the highest grade you completed?
My highest grade was fourth grade because I had to get working papers because my mother fell down the steps and broke her leg. So I had to be there to get a job.
And what was your first job?
Ideal Restaurant as a kitchen helper.
Ideal Restaurant. Where was that at?
Up there in South George Street there. Right where McDonald's is on the other side of the alley.
Oh.
Up in South George Street there. Remember the McDonald's up there?
Yeah, it's still there.
Is it? Okay. On the other side there was a restaurant then. Or Ideal Restaurant.
I think there's a sneaker store in there.
Yeah. Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
If that's where you're talking about.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was thinking it was the welfare. No, that was on, I guess, Roosevelt Avenue, the welfare office.
So Mom broke her leg, and you never went back to school then?
No, I got working papers, and that was it then. Yeah, but I loved school though. I did love school, but I really had to go to Garfield because I couldn't catch on for math and stuff. They put me over there in Garfield School, right across where Garfield Street is.
Oh.
And that's where the cottage is. And I think that's when I didn't like it there because I didn't care for Garfield School.
Oh, so where the cottages are
yeah.
was where
That's
was.
right where.
I think you told me that when I was a kid.
Yeah.
That there used to be
It had
school.
the big metal fence there.
Mhm.
Yeah, that was the school. I guess that's why I didn't like the cottage.
Right.
I didn't like the school.
Now, I was going to ask you something else about that. What other kind of places did you work at?
The first place I ever worked at was People's Laundry.
Oh, I thought it was Ideal Restaurant.
Oh, that was it. Yeah, that was the first. Yeah,
And then People's Laundry. Where
Yeah.
was that at?
that was over there on West Market Street, right across from where the Majestic Restaurant, hot dog place was.
So People's Laundry was across from Majestic.
Yeah,
Okay.
right. And then from there I went to up to on King Street was the City Laundry. I worked up there then.
Okay. So you're a very religious person now. Was your family religious growing up?
Yes,
And they were all Christian?
yeah, all brothers.
All brethren.
Yeah. Yeah, my dad's side was all brothers.
What church did you go to?
Oh, Madison Avenue Brethren Church on Madison Avenue.
Oh, that's still there.
Is it there? Is it still there? Down the corner was the Madison Avenue School.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
that's still there too, but I don't know what it is now.
Okay. I was wondering if the church was still there.
And the church is still there.
Yeah.
And did you go to church regularly?
Well, the first church when we came up from Maryland, we went to it was the First Church of the Brethren. That was on King and Belvedere Avenue.
Oh right, yes, that church is
Is that-
constantly in transition. There's always different things in there.
Oh, it's not
On
there.
the backside, no, it's still there. The church is still there, but it keeps switching different
Oh, it's just a different name.
places. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think the First Church of the Brethren is now out in East York.
Oh, yeah. I think someone said it was.
I've gone there before. It's a very nice church.
Oh, yeah.
Big, very big.
Yeah.
But it's out near Suburban Middle School. I believe that's the church.
Oh, okay. So I went from Brethren to Mennonite.
Yeah. When did you make that switch?
Oh, it was years after we left Manchester Street.
Oh, did your family switch to Mennonite, or
Yeah.
just you?
No,
Okay.
all of it. Well,
So when you were still a kid,
yeah.
you switched to Mennonite.
Yeah.
And what church did you go to then?
It was up on Duke and South Street. It was a Methodist. I think it was a Methodist church.
Oh, okay, Methodist. Okay.
But they said those are good churches, so.
Mom is Methodist.
Yeah. Max's dad was a preacher for the Methodist church.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But when did you switch to Mennonite then?
I guess when we moved away from Manchester Street, I couldn't, and they took Reverend Gleim, Elmer Gleim. He went and took my name out of the church, out of the membership, and I said to him, I called that one time and talked to his daughter, and I said, I'd like to talk to your dad, and she said, well, he'll be he'll be back shortly. He went somewhere, I forget where she said he went to, and when he came back, he called me, and I asked him, I said, why, Reverend Gleim, why did you ever take my name out of the church, of the membership? He said, because you wasn't coming no more.
Oh, okay, right.
But I can't remember why it would happen. Oh, we moved to Dover.
Oh, you moved to Dover at one point. Where'd you live in Dover?
Up in Dover, RD4.
RD4?
Yeah. Okay, it closed. It was close to the Butter Road. Yeah. Jim's sister lived up there, and that's when I had Susie.
Okay.
Up in Dover.
Let's not skip ahead too far here. So this pretty much covers your childhood. You'd gone to several schools and then immediately went to work after 4th grade.
Yeah.
And then you worked at the restaurant and then some laundry places.
Yeah, I love laundry. I used to love ironing.
Oh, you were a good ironer.
Yeah. But now with the macro, I wouldn't take a chance of doing no ironing no more.
Now, when did you start to notice that you were getting vision issues?
Oh. Well, I guess because when I went to school, they had to put me almost up against the blackboard so I could see it.
So still when you were a young child?
Yeah.
You were,
I was.
Did they diagnose you with macular then, or
Oh, no,
did they tell you it was wrong?
No, I was nearsighted.
Okay.
But the nearsightedness was I have myopia.
Right.
Nearsightedness. Pat's nearsighted too, but hers is just plain nearsightedness, but mine's myopia. Mine's a very strong kind of nearsightedness.
And you recently had surgery for your macular. How's that doing?
Not good.
Not good?
It's not. I had a cataract taken off.
Right. Oh, that's right. You had cataract.
Just had the cataract. Yeah, the macula just stays there. But I could have got an implant, but the macula covered it.
Oh.
So I couldn't have that.
Well, it seems like your vision isn't too bad. I mean, you were able to see an ambulance go in the alley across the street from my house through the window.
Yeah.
So that was pretty good.
Yeah.
So you can see through certain parts of your eye.
Yeah, like they said, I have. Well, with macula, it's the good days and bad days.
Oh, okay. So is it better when it's sunny out or cloudy?
I'll say mostly when it's cloudy.
Okay, so when there's not a lot of glare.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So is there anything else about your childhood you want to tell us?
Well, the one thing you probably wouldn't want to probably be told that my dad was an alcoholic.
Oh no, we definitely want to hear everything growing up.
Okay, yeah.
So your dad enjoyed alcohol.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he was awful mean with it. He was really mean to my mom. The one time on Manchester Street, he went and chased her the whole ways around the library table. She went upstairs. And then she said to me, she said, Ethel May, you might as well come upstairs too with me. She said, because there's nobody down there to take care of you.
Oh. Okay, and he drank alcohol the whole way through his life?
Yes.
Until he died?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, pretty much, he went into a diabetic coma a couple times and he had strokes.
So he was a diabetic?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And if he'd have been okay, if he'd have listened to the doctor's diet, he could have stayed on the pills, but he had to go on insulin. Then they had to show him how to do the insulin because he didn't know how to do it.
Right.
And I sure couldn't help him.
So you said mom lived till she was 72.
Yes.
And dad lived to when?
Yes. My dad was 75.
Okay. How old were you when they passed? Do you remember?
Huh?
Do you remember how old you were when your parents passed?
When they passed away?
Yeah.
Somewhere around my 60s.
So you were in your 60s.
Yeah.
Or probably a little before, because mom would have been 12. So
yeah,
that wouldn't have made sense. Okay. Out of curiosity, I don't want to skip too far ahead, but what age were you when you met Grandpa?
I knew him when I was 14.
And you were 14 years apart, too.
Yeah, just about, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how did you know him?
When my dad sold the house on Manchester Street, and we went up to Dover. It was called Hershey Heights up there. I used to babysit for his sister, and I got in with him.
Okay.
So she was my sister-in-law then when I got married to him.
Okay. What age were you when you got married?
Hi.
What age were you when you got married?
20. I'd have been 21. My mom wouldn't have had to sign my marriage license.
Oh, yeah?
She wasn't too happy about it because she was afraid if we got a divorce, and she would have been the cause of it. If she wouldn't have signed, it wouldn't have bothered her.
Oh.
But we didn't have a divorce. We were married 52 years.
Right, you were, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anything else about your childhood that you want to tell us?
Well, I never had no Christmases.
No Christmas.